Thank you. You're right. I had a muted mic. I think this is what this person's calling me to tell me. And now, okay, so I guess I can start over. Now I have more things to talk about. But thank you, Clay Corp. Thank you so much. So I am creating a Mosaic butterfly. And you would never know that if Clay Corp wasn't going to tell me that. You just figure it out in the end. You'd have to sit here for 3 hours and then figure it out. So yeah. You know, that's kind of like my life. I walk around, I hit things, I walk into things, I go the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't noticed any. I know there's some glass, like blowers, like, what do you call them? Yeah, glass blowers, right? I've tried looking, but I haven't seen any. But if I am, don't tell anybody. I want to be the first and the only. Anyways, I'm also probably the first one that talked for about 15 to 20 minutes and nobody heard me. Okay. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah? So they call them torchies? Huh. I watched one yesterday. I don't even know how to say his name. I think it was Kaibaz or something like that. Or no, Cannabaz. Oh, you call him that. Well, you know more than I do. You know more than I do, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do some green here. Like I said, I want to make this butterfly really pretty. I did a dog bane beetle the other day. There's a video or a picture of it on my page if you want to see that one. It turned out really well. I've been doing glasswork for almost 20 years now. 19 and a half. I love glass. And I have lots of it. Do you work with glass, Clay Corp? Yeah, all Mosaic. I've tried stained glass, and I really like it. I just need more practice to do that. So I'm gonna do some mirror green. Yeah. So is the music okay or is it too loud? Because it sounds okay to me, but I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. find something that I like better. Actually, I wanted more. This one's too turquoise for me. I wanted like a green. Anyways. So you also want to make sure that you use enough of the adhesive, because when you are grouting it later, and if you haven't used enough adhesive and you're smoothing the grout into the cracks, it'll pull the tile a piece up, and then you'll have a hole. And you don't want a hole. You can always try to glue it back in, but then you have to let the grout dry, and you have to put some glue in there, and you have to try not to get the glue on the grout. It's just like a disaster. So that's why you really want to make sure you put enough. This glue dries clear, and so putting quite a bit is okay. And also this is very porous, this cement, so you don't want to be too shy with it. How's everyone's afternoon going? So I just realized that because my mic was muted, I did this whole video yesterday or last night with a muted mic. That figures. That's what I'm just saying. Pretty much my life. I do really crazy things. But that's okay. It keeps it all so interesting. So I'm just using some tweezers for the tiny pieces. It's just sometimes it gives you a little bit more control. Some more. I'm going to do a little bit iridescent green down here. I just need to find some. Should be enough. Now you can make the pieces larger or smaller. Depends. You can, do various sizes all together. Obviously, the larger the piece, the faster your piece will go in general. My favorite gloss is the gloss I'm using right now. It's an iridescent. And I use it a lot. I love iridescent glass. Just kind of gives it dimension in the sunlight. I don't know if that's too small. Let's see, where's the camera? I don't know if you can see that. And then on this side it's green. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, it's green. You see it? And I'm crooked. There. So anyways, this particular iridescent, you could use where it would be, on a surface that you would see through, and you would actually see the green on the other side as well, because it's like a clear iridescent. There's some that are like opal, and they're more opaque. A little bit more to mirror. Trying to use these little pieces up because I have so many pieces that I cut off, and then they kind of just sit in these bins forever. And I did that one backwards. Hello, welcome. How's everyone doing? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I want to put some Millefleur down here as well. So let me see if I can find the ones I want to use. I want bigger ones, I think. Might do those here. Those are kind of small. Well, I think what I'll do is use a little more. See what I have here. Oh, those are huge. I don't want it black, but I might change my mind based on what I have. I'm going to change my mind, because that's what I can do. I just change my mind. There's no right or wrong, right? Because this is just going to be a whimsical butterfly. So, as you can also see, they're different dimension. So I think I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do though is kind of leave it without gluing it down, because like I said, I might change my mind again. You never know as I go along here. So now I'm going to do some more purple. going to do a little bit of a textured glass. It's like a wavy type glass. Use some larger pieces so you can see the texture in the glass. When I was walking out the door, my dogs were not happy with me. They were hoping I'd stay home and, well, I am home, but I mean in the house, and go play ball. But I will. Okay. Just gonna go back to this this piece where it kind of like shines purple and green. And on the other side, it's kind of like a red. So you could actually use either side on a solid surface like this. But then if you're using it in something translucent, when the light shines through it, you would see the color on the back side. And it's just like fitting a jigsaw puzzle together, but you're in control of the pieces. You can just nip them to kind of fit. And if it doesn't fit, pick it up, cut it a little more so it does fit. It's kind of soothing for me. And I just loosely hand drew. Truthfully, most of the time I don't really draw what I want out. I just kind of loosely draw it out, just some guidelines. Some people really draw it out and go into, if you're going to do something really detailed and specific with faces and so on and so forth, you probably want to do it a little more planned out. So what I'm going to do here is a black, kind of like a black outline. Need to find my black though. What? I have so much glass going on here right now. All right, here we go. So this I want a little curved as we go down, so I'm just gonna nip these pieces, and I want to go like back and forth, so it's gonna flow this way. Oh, wrong way. Oh, welcome back. Are you having a good afternoon, Clay Corp? I hear the helicopters flying over the... Who knows what's going on now? We must be like in a helicopter air zone because we always have helicopters over our house. Well, that's good. I'm glad you are. I look up to the ceiling like I can see them. I can't. I'm just concerned that they might be landing on the roof. The other night I was in here and there was this huge bang. And it sounded to me like, well, this is what I thought it was, which it wasn't. This is how my mind works. I thought it was a big buck, a deer, just ramming the barn doors on the side of the studio. And because it did it what seemed like twice. And it scared the living daylights out of me. I jumped. And then I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's kind of dark out. I don't think I'm going to go out. And there's no windows on that side. So the only way I could see what it was is by either going out the front door or opening the side door. And I didn't want to do either. So then eventually I did. And actually what it was a tree limb had fallen. And it basically skimmed the side of the building, hit the roof, the tip of it. So I guess I'm lucky it didn't hit the part I'm sitting, but who knows? But it really scared me. And there was probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 people watching. Nobody said anything. I told them what was going on, and nobody said, "Are you okay?" Or maybe you should call somebody. Nope. I almost died, people. I know it's a little dramatic. Do you have a stream, Claycorp? Oh, okay. I'm going to look it up later when I'm done. And I'll follow you so I can see what you're up to. You should. Oh, thank you for following me, Claycorp. You should do mosaics. Should. What kind of fusible pieces do you make? Like beads or eyes or stuff like that? Or just decorative pieces? Put this piece in here. Oh yeah. So I don't think you were. Well, you probably didn't hear me because I had my mic muted. This glass here, I bought this long time ago, and I think somebody actually made it. I don't think I bought it. I don't think it's like any of the big glass. It looks like something fused, right? Something melted. Maybe with some frit or something. What do you think? Yeah. I really like it because it's hard to find this color. Yeah, I think so too. Because the edges are all like very curved. See how curved they are? And it's not sharp at all. I only have a couple of pieces of that, and I haven't used it. I don't know where the heck the other one went, but anyways, but I have to use this stuff because I keep buying things. I'm like, oh, I'll use it for a special project, like these Millefori beads that I have. I'm like, I'm never going to use them if I don't use them. They've just been sitting in these jars, and that's all they've been doing. So I need to start using them. Okay, so I'm gonna do, let's see, I want dark purple. Yeah. Well, you should have seen what it was like when I got this building and it's just a shell. And I had filled it all up. I put everything on the shelves, but then it got too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. So then I put everything in bins, and then we had to get it insulated and drywall finished. Do the floors. Oh my God. Whoops. I'm gonna, from now on, do everything right away. I'm not moving things 3-4 times. It's like ridiculous. And then some of the bins got wet, even though I had a tarp over them. The wind blew the tarp off. Ugh, it was a disaster. And I had to wash all these tiny pieces by hand. I've been doing it. I was doing it for like months, off and on, because, I mean, nobody can stand to do that all in one day. I'm just gonna put some white in here, give it some more contrast. Oh, Chad, thank you so much for your follow. I'm going blind. So sometimes, there we go. Are you doing anything crazy for the long weekend, Clay Court? Or fun? Not crazy? We're going to do something real crazy. We're going to put up a fence. It's really crazy. That's how we roll over here. We're really exciting. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm sorry you have to work. Hopefully it goes by quickly then. Do you live where it's warm or do you still have cold weather? I'm in Texas, in Austin, and it's hot and it's going to be hot for the next 7 days. And probably for the next 3 months after that. It just gets hotter now. Hotter and hotter. I'm gonna lose that piece. It's in between my legs. Oh well. Now it's in my shoe. Down my foot. Oh, you're in Wisconsin? Oh, is it? It's probably like what, around 60? That's, yeah. That's nice weather. Yeah, we're not gonna have nice weather here for a very long time now. It's gonna basically be like this forever. Summers are really rough here. They really are. The only way you can survive summer is by sitting in water. And that's it. And if you don't sit in the water, then you better be in the air conditioning, and that is it. There's no in between. What is that? That's a piece of glue here. There we go. Oh yeah, wind. You know what? It's windy here too. I think it's from all those tornadoes. Like the weather is in the whole Midwest. I noticed they had a lot of tornadoes, so we might be getting some of their wind. just want to pat it down to make sure, like I said, that everything is staying in place with the glue. You don't want to have to fix it up after you're grouting it. It's no good. It's a disaster. I've done it. So don't be afraid to use glue. Oh, living easy. Thank you. Thank you. How are you today? Living easy? How's it going? Better be going good. Or else. So I decided that I need to eat more flaxseed because it has all these amazing health benefits. And I don't mind. Oh, thank you, Dog Samus, I'm going to say. Or Doug. Thank you. Thank you. I have to keep looking at the... You do? I'm glad you love art. Yeah, Clay Corp, do that. Call him up. No. Put him on the line. But yeah, thank you, Doug. And I'm glad you love art. You should try doing some mosaics. You're right. That's right. It's better to create than destroy. You're right about that. Well, actually, I've done quite a bit of painting. I more like on refinishing furniture and stuff like that. Houses. I've painted my whole house with different finishes. So I've done a lot, but I don't do per se art, you know? My son does. He's really good, actually. But he's shy about his art, which is kind of funny. Because he shouldn't be, because he's really good. Is that the kind of medium that you do? Do you like a certain medium, or do you just like, you try all of them, or acrylic, water? Where is my thing? Here it is. That's funny. Oh yeah, ceramics. I haven't done it. I've gone to some places where you do this. You paint the ceramics. I've never done it from start to finish. I know around here where I live that there are some. Actually, they're not ceramic. They're potters. But yeah, and their stuff's really pretty too. But it's all great, right? Like you said, create, not destroy. Yeah, it's going to be it is a butterfly, but when it's finished, it'll hopefully really look like a butterfly. And I'm going to do a leaf here and then some leaves around it. So it's going to look like it's in a tree on a leaf. I just put these here. I may as well put these away. I probably will use them. I haven't decided yet. Alright, I need some dark purple. I have no idea what that all says. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll look at all those, Clay Court. Yeah, it is a good mind calming hobby. You're right. This is my breathing or the Calm app that you can get on the phone. Yoga. Yeah, dogs too. I have dogs. They're calming. Okay, what am I going to do now? Do you have any dogs? You're right. Yeah. I've got them all in my chat, so I'm going to definitely check those out later, Clay Corp. Look good. And you love dogs, Doug? Do you have any? I'm like the type of person, I can't walk and chew gum, so when I'm talking, it's very... Yeah, the kitty cat. Oh, I've got a kitty cat too. I have a fat kitty cat. I think she has like a touch of senility now, and she forgets that she's eaten, and then she eats, and then she comes back and she tells me she wants more, and it goes on like for hours. And then we've moved her food because one of my dogs has realized that he can... Oh, that's okay, no. I don't mind. I don't think everybody wants to see the top of my head all the time when I'm bending down. I'm trying to figure out what color I'm going to put here anyways. You're not taking me from my work. Keep talking. I like when people talk to me. I've streamed a couple nights where nobody talks, and then I talk about nonsense, basically. And I think I'm funny, but nobody else reacts. Let's see. Streaming takes time to get people around. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right, Claycorp. Doug, your wife called him Kitty, but he's a dude. You know what's funny? My mom has a male cat, and she calls him Kitty. But she also calls him she. And I have to keep telling her, she is a he. And then she'll go, yes, but I love her. So it's Kitty Claus. Nice. Well, cats definitely have personalities, I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah? That's how you found him? Oh, okay. So he was a stray, right? Yeah, it's crazy how there's so many stray cats. Here, in Austin, it's a no-kill city. But for cats, if it's a cat that doesn't belong to somebody, or maybe it does, and they catch them, they spay or neuter them, and then they release them where they were found. So there's all these cats in Austin that may never have a home, but I think unfortunately quite a few of them wind up as coyote or fox food. Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. They need to be fixed. They should truthfully make it less expensive to get them fixed, and then I think more people would be able to do it. We wouldn't have so many animals in the shelters, you know? I rescued a dog from a high kill shelter, and they were going to put him down. And I think he's like 4 or 5 years old. And he's the sweetest dog. He's a big dog. And I think he knew. Yeah, like a hoarder. Yeah, I know. Some people have a lot because they want to save them all. I could possibly be that type of person, but I know my limits because I want to save all animals. I had to stop following any sites that are looking for people to take care of animals, like shelters, because I can't stand them having no home. I've lost my glass. Here we go. Yeah, it breaks my heart. Oh yeah. Owls are really cool. I saw that you can buy these owl nesting. Asking who? Yeah, who? Who? You can buy these nesting, I guess they're like little houses or platforms with just, but I feed the birds, so I don't really know if I want nesting owls around here. That's almost like free food, you know? Oh yeah. From where I grew up, we have the snowy owl. I don't think we have any snowy owls in Texas. We have no snow. Oh yeah. We have, yeah. Every day I have deer walk through our property. I have a fox that I see every day. I hear the coyotes, but I haven't seen any. Apparently we have mountain lion, not wild cougar, like panthers. I've heard them screaming. Oh, thank you for following me, Doug. I think that's what. Yes. We have a lot of animals here. That's why at night I make sure that my cat is in the house. Because I've lost 2 cats. Either a coyote took them or a fox. When we first moved here, I didn't realize that. But yeah. And I looked for those cats. I thought they left. I didn't know what happened. Didn't realize that was a danger. Yep, it is free dinner. That fox that I talk about, he comes around because there's a couple streets over, there's a man and his wife, and they feed any stray cats. And he is like, at, mating time, he has probably like 20, 30 cats in the driveway that he's feeding. And then if you go week after week, there's less and less. I don't even see any cats over there anymore. And I always see the fox going over there. Yeah, he goes to his favorite place for dinner. Yeah, it is. And it's free. That's probably the best part. Oh, hello, Abyss Walker. How do I decide? Just by eye, truthfully. I guess after a while, I'm so used to seeing what I need to fit. And then also, I'll vary my sizes. This one, I'm actually using like more what I call a medium cut. Sometimes I'll use really tiny pieces. Like here I used a little bit smaller, and I think it gives it a little more texture. I just decide by looking at it and guesstimating what's going to fit there and what looks good. Probably not a really good answer, but it's the only answer I have. It's just my eye. When I started out, I used to use a larger piece, probably, let's see, I'll cut this, I'll show you a piece. Probably did all of them at least this size. And then when I would lay them out, I would have bigger spaces in between, like for the grout. So I had bigger grout lines. And here when you see, they're very, very thin. And that way the grout gives it some contrast and does make it pop more. But it's not, like you see the glass before you see the grout kind of thing. And it makes it look more finished and more professional looking. But yeah, I go with what feels right. You're right. just going through this bin of cutoffs, just trying to, like I said, I really need to try to use this sometimes because I have so much and I can't throw it out. It's just not something I can do. It's like against everything I know. Because it's just so beautiful. You just have to hang on to it. So I need to use it. Or I might have to go to some sort of an anonymous class of some sort and get help. So I'm gonna do a darker color. Okay. Good. Whoops. That one I did a really bad cut on. I kind of made it splinter everywhere. This is some more iridescent glass. Actually, all three of them are. I think it's 3 different shades, or maybe it's just 2. But it's my favorite glass. at this piece. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Like a metallic. Hang on here. Isn't that pretty? Like that. Oh, thank you for calling. Yes, thank you for calling. Thank you for following Chihuahua Mama. I'm going to guess you have Chihuahuas. Am I right? You have them? Are you a mama to Chihuahuas? Aw. You have one. Well, at least you have one. They're sweet dogs. They're very sweet. Oh, Clay Corp, you know Chihuahua Mama, huh? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Clay Corp. It's more fun when you get to know some people. At least when it's like crickets, somebody will say hello to me. I told my son that he needed to follow me, so when it was like nobody to say hi, and he said he's too busy for that. He's not too busy. He just didn't want to. And my son is leaving on Monday? Yeah, Monday. And he's moving to New York. And I do not like it. Because I do not want my baby to leave. I hope he doesn't like it, and I know it's not nice to say, but I really hope he doesn't. And I hope he realizes how expensive it is compared to here. And I hope he comes back. But I have a feeling he won't, because he also has a girlfriend up there. So I think that's it. the end of that, right? For now. Trying to find some more of this. And I can't. I think I have more here. Probably not going to have it. I'm going to have everything but that. Oh, maybe. No? No? I don't. Alright, whatever. I'll figure something out. I don't want to do that. Trying to remember what I used. Oh, maybe it's in here. I guess it's dichroic glass, right? Dichroic. Where's the blue? Is that the same? No. No. Really? Where's my little tray? Hang on. Is this the same? Nope. Look how pretty that is. Isn't this just like, don't you want your life to be like this bowl of glass? I do. I love glass so much. Look at them. It just makes me happy just looking at them. Alright, well, if I don't have that, then I'll just use another color, right? Is that the same? No. How can I just have one piece of that color? That's like bizarre, don't you think? Because I know I've barely used, I made some hearts, and I probably used it all in there. Some heart wall hangings. Okay, that's fine. Let me use some red. Or maybe it's purple. Let's see, purple. That's funny. It looks like purple, but it's not there. Red, purple. What do you think? The red or this bluish purple? Anybody? I think I'm going with the red. Alright, I made the decision. Unless you change in 2 seconds. I was hoping that was going to fit completely. It almost does. I'm going to squeeze it in here is what I'm going to do. Almost. I just need to cut down a little bit. Okay. These pieces, it's like there's glue on them or something. Where is my poker thing? It won't come out from the bottom. I need a chisel. Where's my pokey thing? Oh, here it is. It's kind of weird. I have no clue. Oh, it's like, I don't know what that is. I'm getting it off. It's almost like double-sided tape or something. Alright, I need blue though. I Here we go. Found it. All right, that side's done. What did I have in there? Okay, so let's see. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? I wanted to do those. I want to do something like, and then do that. So I was going to use the Millefory, but it's just not big enough. I think I'm going to just have to do it with glass. Alright. Let's see what am I going to do. I want to do that. This pencil needs sharpening. And down here, okay. So I'm gonna do the edge first. I want to use a gold. I don't have any little pieces. So. See, I don't know. I just heard more noises on the roof. There must be another branch hitting it. I'm gonna need to get that man to look at what's going on out there. Well, if I die, it's because a tree fell on the roof. So when I'm cutting this, when you cut pieces about this size, it's always going to curve. I mean, there's, depending obviously how far you go in, but it's always going to curve a little bit. It's just the nature of it. You can't control everything with your nippers. You can clean it up, you can change the shape a little bit, but when they're this big, that's the way it goes. So anyways, so what I'm doing though, I want this obviously. And then I'm just alternating the curves, so it gives it like, in nature, if you look at a butterfly, it has all this stuff. Well, this one does. This butterfly in nature does. This nature is in my backyard. I just found it. It's in my mind. So now what I want to do is, I just want to make another line beside it with, I think I'm going to use I need a sign on the outside of my studio to warn people not to come in here with bare feet. because it's like a torture chamber after I cut glass for a while. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Thank you for following Dark Vitrum, I think it says. Dark. Thank you very much. Man, this part's a little tedious because it's curved, and then I want to do some triangles, but it can't be perfect triangles. So, it's going to take me longer. Glue, glue, glue. We have a county park just down the street, and they've been closed for 2 years so that they can renovate. And they're going to open this weekend. Who chooses the long weekend to open? I don't know. Can just only imagine the chaos that's going to be around here. They put in 2 boat ramps. So all these people are going to come to launch their boats. So it's going to be a little bit crazy on this road. Just lost that piece. I want this piece to go in here. It's still too big. All right, a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just gonna run down and go to the bathroom, and I'll just, I'll leave it going. I'll just do the be right back sign. Because if I don't let my dogs out, even though they can go out on their own through the dog door, they might pack up and leave because they know I'm up here. They know I'm in here. They don't understand why I don't want to be with them. I do like them to come in here, but the flying glass everywhere is probably no good either. Okay, so I will be right back. Alrighty. Well, my dogs are still there. The big dog was outside. And then I brought him in and I put him in his crate. And he didn't like that. He doesn't think it's fair because the little ones get to be loose. I just don't know if I can let him be loose yet because my really tiny dog is a Yorkie and he thinks he's the boss. So the big dog usually just runs away from him, but I'm just concerned one day he's not going to. So I'm going to do the legs here. Make it really, really thin. And you just basically chip away at it until it's the length you want it to be. Or not length, width. feel like I'm doing surgery. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the outline of this leaf. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to finish this. I know what I want. Green, 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 green. Let's put some of these pieces back. Actually in 2000 we moved from Canada to Florida, and I couldn't work because I'm Canadian and I didn't have a green card. So, and I was only on a spousal visa. So I was home with the kids, and they were like 4 and 5. And, just I needed something to give me like a purpose. And I was watching, I think like HGTV at that time, and there was something like Modern Masters or some kind of show like that. And there was a lady that was doing Mosaic on there. And actually, I also saw this other lady, Diane Sonnenberg, who's a really big mosaic artist, and she lives here in Austin. And just watching them, and I just thought I'm going to try that, and I did, and I really liked it. And then I kept buying glass and doing different kinds of mosaic. The first mosaic I did, I was trying to think of what the first thing I did was. It was either like a planter or a wall hanging. And I have both. I have both the items, and I'm trying to remember which I did first. I think it was the wall hanging, because a planter would be harder because it's, vertical. And you can lay it down and do it, but it slides off. You don't use glue. You would use like a thin set, or you can use something that's called like mastic, and it's more of like a paste. And so I may have done that actually. I kind of think I did actually. And those pots, the ones that I'm thinking of, I don't think I have, because they were huge. They were like, I don't even know how many, they're probably like 2 feet across in diameter. They're really heavy. And I think when I moved to Texas, I left them. And that's what got me into mosaic art. Something to do other than watch my kids all the time. Probably the colors too, because like I said, I love color. And then when I used to go to the glass store, just all the sheets of glass, oh my God, just beautiful. And I don't have those pots, and I don't have that husband. Well, although the husband followed me to Texas when I finally left. I have the kids though. They're older. And then when we lived in Florida, when we first moved there, we lived in South Florida. We lived near Fort Lauderdale. We actually live in Parkland. And it was just beginning to grow. Like it was basically the Everglades, and which was really cool, but also really sad at the same time because they took so much of the Everglades and filled it in. And where we lived, it was a really pretty place. It was too pretty. It was perfect. It was like, kind of like the Truman Show, if you've ever seen that movie. But it was really, really pretty. And what the heck was I going to say now? Too much backstory. I forgot what my point was. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I was going to tell you how I mosaicked. So when we first moved there, we moved into like a townhouse apartment. And it was under construction. It was really pretty, but there was like nobody. It had this huge pool with this huge clubhouse. I mean, truthfully, I've never seen anything so big. I'm Canadian. We have smaller things, We don't have big, huge kind of in your face type thing. And it was absolutely beautiful though. And then we bought a house 2 years after we lived there. And it was like a builder's home. You know, they put everything pretty much the basic plain. And so then little by little I made it like mine. And my daughter's room, I pulled up, they had carpeting in there, and I pulled it up and I did this Solito tile, like it's Mexican tile, but it's the big, thick, what do you call it? Like the terracotta, kind of like the pots, you know, the terracotta pots. And then I got decorative Mexican tiles, but I did it all in Mosaic, and I did like the big pieces. And then I did wood inlays, and I stained it all black, the wood, not the tile. It was really, really beautiful. It turned out really good. And then I did the dining room floor. I did that in marble, black and white checker with like a border made out of, there were smaller tiles, and they were kind of, trying to remember, so long ago. It was really pretty, really elegant looking. And I did the foyer. Probably my favorite house. It was a courtyard house, and I had so the backyard was really tiny. It was like, I don't know, probably like, hello, Thai Tuesday, and thank you so much for following. Probably like 50 feet wide by maybe like 15. Oh, thank you, Kathy. How are you? So I did the back in a garden. I pulled up all the grass, and I did a butterfly garden. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad. Oh, thank you, Diamond Mike. Thank you for following. How are you? You have a bag full of diamonds for me? And then anyways, the side of that, so the courtyard, which would be the whole length of the side of the house, we had a pool and a hot tub. And we lived out there. It was awesome. That was my dream house, I think. I shouldn't say I think, I know. It was amazing. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it. Oh, I just noticed, Thai Tuesday, you're hosting me. Holy, that is awesome. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm like in my own world telling about my house here. That kind of got me into doing mosaics. So I actually had time to do something other than work at that point. So, yeah, thank you. I'll have to check out your channel there, Ty Tuesday. Oh yeah? What kind of game is it? Like mini games? Is that what you mean by variety game? I play some games, but I'm not really good at them. I kind of just go off and do what I'm not supposed to do. I played World of Warcraft a long time ago, and I liked it, but I don't know if I really knew what I was doing. And then I was playing Elder Scrolls not too long ago. Oh yeah, card games? Cool. The Phoenix Wright series. I'm gonna have to check that out. It sounds good. It's entertaining. Yeah. Well, and then I was playing Red Dead Redemption. And that game, I mean, it's a good game, but I don't like killing animals, so it wasn't really what I wanted to do. But I mean, the concept of the game. But it was okay, but not the killing of like, it was killing Bambi, basically, and I don't like that. Like, I can't do it, and I had to do it, and it was just violent. Oh yeah. Yeah. What do you think I'd like, Kathy? Recommend some. Islanders. Is it on the computer or on the phone? Is it an app? PlayStation, Xbox, where is it? Oh yeah? Okay, yeah, I do. Okay, it's on, I'll look. That sounds good. Instead of watching TV, I'll check that out. Stardew Valley, wonderful game about owning a farm out in the country and forming connections with the community in a small town. Also, you can have a cat or dog. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. That's actually the good thing about that Red Dead Redemption. It was like very interactive like that as well, aside from the killing of the deer. But yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to check those out. Sounds like you like to play a lot of games. Or you've tried quite a few anyways. Calming and quiet, yeah. It's like your time to wind down, right? Kind of zone out for a little bit, go in your own little world. I get that. I kind of think that's like this does that for me, like the doing mosaics, but I can't always be up here or my dogs will divorce me because they like when I'm down there. Down there in the house with them. Well, I started today, so I've been on for 3 hours. So far 3 hours. Not sure if I'll finish today because it's almost dinner time. I need to feed the dogs. I don't know if I'm gonna eat. I ate this huge. It wasn't actually a big lunch, but I'm so full. I had an avocado and some flaxseed, and I'm like, my stomach's like, I don't want any food. Actually, the flaxseed and the avocado must have really filled me up. But the dogs certainly want to eat. But yeah, 3 hours. This one's not going to take as long. I have one that I was working on a couple days ago. It's a daisy. It's a wall hanging. And it's really, the pieces on it are all really tiny squares and rectangles. And I've put probably about 30 hours into it already. And it's probably going to take that much more time. So I took a break from it to work on this because it's a little monotonous to watch, you know. This one has, because it's smaller and there's some different dimensions to it, it's probably more entertaining to watch. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's nice when people interact with you too, though. So I appreciate you talking to me. I'm trying to stream every day. I was streaming like 8 to 10. I want to do it more so through the day, but I have things that sometimes I need to do during the day, and so then I can't come on. But I do from 8 to 10 normally in the evening. I actually have a schedule on my page, on my Twitch page, and then I'll do it like weekly. Oh, I appreciate that, Kathy. Yeah, come by and see what I'm working on, and let me know what you're doing. Yeah. And thank you. And for what I want to do here, I want to make, I've changed it so many times. So I want to do like circles and then like with a center like this. And then just space and then do them down here as well. So I just took a break from this because this part here, it was really tiny pieces and sticking them in. It's my son. He's gonna have to wait a minute. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do next. After I finish the leaf, then I'll probably come back and I'll finish the wing. I'm just putting some different shades of green just to give it a little bit of, real life texture. Oh, thanks, Kathy. There's, yeah, I made those a little while ago. Thanks. Thank you. There's actually, I think on my page, there's a couple more. There's one that I really like on my page, and it has like a, what do you call them? The dragonflies. And it has really pretty glass on it. So if you want to see some more, and there's some more items that I made on my page. You just want to take a look. So this glue, it dries clear, and you just want to press everything down to make sure, not so that you get the glue all over your hand like I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. It'll dry clear, and then what'll happen afterwards, when it's all finished, I'm going to grout the piece. And so where you see all the grout, not the grout, the glue will be grout. And I'm probably going to do like a dark green grout. Like almost, probably like a hunter green. And then it'll just clear off all the glass. Any of the glue that's on there now, it'll just come off. So you want to be generous with the glue, especially because I'm right now I'm working on, cement, which is quite porous. So the glue gets absorbed into the cement as well. So you want enough on there so that it holds on. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. It's very nice. I appreciate that. So you want to make sure that I don't even know what the heck I was saying. I think I have like ADD or something. I'll start talking and then it's like, poof, it's gone. It'll come back. Oh, that's no big deal. I really appreciate that. Every little bit helps, right? That's what they always say. That'll be more glass and more glue right away. Especially with the amount of glue that I should kind of like stop putting it all over my fingers and keep it for the piece instead. But you want to make sure that the glass is really being held by the glue, because when you grout the piece, you're going to be rubbing the grout into the crevice between each piece of glass, and you basically are pushing it in. And then after, when it dries a little bit, you wipe it off, and if the glass isn't adhered to the piece, to the base properly, it'll come up, and then you'll have a hole, and then what you'll need to do is fill it in. And you can fill it in with grout, but it's not going to look good, obviously. So you want to put the glass back. So then you're going to have to clear it out with any, excess glass that probably broke off at this point. And then the grout that's in there. And then you're going to have to let it dry enough to put the glue back in. Then you're going to put the glass back in. It's just like a mess. So do it right the first time and put enough glue. Make sure it dries really well. Once you finish gluing it down, you want to let it at least dry for 24 hours, like minimum. Because otherwise, like I said, it'll just come up when you're, wiping it. For the smaller pieces, if you've noticed, I use the tweezers. It's just a little bit easier sometimes, as long as you can pick it up. And with that, what I just did, because it wouldn't fit in, I just kind of moved that one piece, fit in the tiny piece, and then push back the larger piece again. And with this tiny sliver, I'm just going to get some glue and place it down below here so that it's filled in the gap. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of maneuvering and patience there. I think I've been getting like one email after another. It's probably like all Memorial Day sales that I'm guessing, because I have no clue who would be emailing me that much. Yeah, you're right. They are, and I've tried to unsubscribe from quite a few, but then once in a while, whenever I buy something, you get on their list right away, and if I don't unsubscribe right away, then the emails start all over again and they start building up. Just want to do in between here. It's kind of narrow. Doesn't want to listen to me. There. Put some water here. I drink out of that all the time now, even in the house, because it keeps it cold for 12 hours and you don't have to put any ice in it. And it's not too cold, but it's not warm either. It's perfect. So I really like it. Yeah, it is. I got it at Marshall's too, and it was, I think, like $9 or something, so it's not really expensive. Yeah, yeah. And especially if you go to Marshall's quite a bit, you'll always find a good bargain. But you don't want to go there too often because then you won't have any money left either, whether it's a bargain or not. What kind of spring do you have, Kathy? Do you live where it's warmer or cooler? Oh, cool, cool. Very nice. That's somewhere I'd love to go visit. One of my friends, her son lives somewhere in New Zealand, and I don't know where, but he just married a girl from New Zealand. But I don't know where. I couldn't tell you. I didn't pay attention to the town or the city. Do you use Fahrenheit or Celsius? Probably Celsius, right? Oh, yeah? I bet it is. Yeah, I know Celsius. I'm Canadian, so although I'm a transplanted Canadian, I live in Austin, Texas now, but I am from Canada. So in the spring, what is it like in the like around 15, 18, 20 Celsius? Ah, nice. Nice. Where did you live before you moved to New Zealand? Oh, yeah. So it would be really warm, really humid in central Queensland, or is it's more desert, right? Oh, that's warm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's what it's like here in Texas in the summer. So it's always like about Well, today it's 92, so I don't know exactly what that is Celsius. I'm guessing like about 38. So, but in the summer it's 100. We get a lot of hundreds. So that would be about, yeah, it is hot. Did you have a lake or a pool or something that you could cool off in? Or you just stayed indoors? Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds ideal. Well, from what I've read, very, very mindful living. It's very, what's the word I'm trying to, very, like, very caring and, you know, free healthcare, and a good free healthcare, right? I mean, it's not free, it's obviously taxes, but yes. Yeah, Canada is hit or miss. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's looking good, right? Thank you. It's when you use the different shades of glass, then you'll see, you know, you can see all the different textures. It's looking good, right? Thank you. And you can see where I've used some iridescent glass on the butterfly, like here, and some of the blues, the purple. So it should probably, like when I turn it, I'm sure the lights hit it. That's why it's my favorite glass. The iridescent, these, and the blue here. It gives it just that little bit of extra, dimension. Whoops. Boy, there's glass pieces everywhere. It's like a disaster in here. Man. And to think I used to do this in the house. And then you could never walk around in socks or bare feet while I was doing this because you'd be in a lot of pain. And then I used to pull everything out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Living Easy. It's coming along. It's coming along. I used to do it in the house, and then I'd have all the glass spread out, and then I'd work on it for a few hours, and I'd have to clean it up every single time. It was like, I was just so happy when I had a place designated for it. I mean, I clean it up, I put things, yeah, I did get a lot done. I've been working on it for 3 hours and 45 minutes now. So I actually did get quite a bit done. For the first 20 minutes or so, I was talking a lot. And apparently, I had my mic muted. So then I got to say everything I said over again. That's good because sometimes I run out of what to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mosaic more. I'm gonna stop in a few minutes here, and after I finish this piece, I think, because I need to feed my dogs. But yeah, I'm going to. Maybe I'll even finish this today. I'm also going to have to call my son back because I sent him to voicemail. So yes, I'm going to. This piece is a little dark on that side. I'm trying to use up all my little pieces that I've cut off from doing other things. Kathy, was your did you have a weekend a holiday weekend last weekend, or is oh well, if you don't have to notice, then that's okay, right? This weekend, yeah. Well, that's nice that you don't have to worry about, traveling to your job. That's good. We have this weekend here in the United States, we have Memorial Day. And last weekend in Canada was Victoria Day. And here in Texas, my part anyways, it's a lot of, it's the last day of school for the summer. I think it was today where I live anyways. I saw the kids getting out. They start their summer break early here. Yeah, it makes it nice for people that have to drive to work. Then the roads are less busy because there's less traffic because there's no school. So the parents don't have to drive the kids to school and the buses and so on and so forth. So the commutes are going to be shorter for everybody. In Texas anyways. Not all of the United States have the same time for summer break. Some of them are still having school until the middle of June, end of June.
Deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines. But always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and
All right, well, I think that's a good place to stop for now. I'm going to go and make dinner, and I will be back a little later on, around 8 o'clock Central, so I don't know what that is everywhere else. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't followed me yet, I would really love it if you would. And check out my page below. It has all my social media if you're interested in following anywhere else. All right, Kathy, it was nice talking to you, and everyone else, if you're still there as well. And thank you. Bye for now.